Choo, 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 choo. DJ Sound Effects. Bienvenido a Midnight Sets en Español. Bobocela, Bobocela. Bienvenido to Midnight Sets in Espanol, where we are midnight and Espanol at the same time, but in the afternoon for some. For some, make it make sense. And we are here with Lilly, the lovely Lilly, and Polly, the Latino / showing off his gun show. Got tickets for the gun show.
The only guns I carry are on my arms.
Nice.
I'm about to do a little workout, and I've been cleaning the backyard. It's beautiful outside, and so but I'm just happy.
You guys have like beautiful weather, kind of year round, don't you, over there?
Pretty much, and I like the
jealous.
heat. I like the heat. Like, so even when it gets hot here, it's not really hot compared to Texas.
No.
It's not. It's not. But Romy just hates the heat. She don't want anything to do with it. But I love 90-degree temperature with cool breezes. And we have that. Yeah.
Yes,
man.
I'm so jealous. I love Cali weather. It's probably the best.
They'll probably find a way to tax the weather very soon. Gavin Newsom is trying to tax more gas, more taxes, and they just passed $12 million for reparations. There you go.
There you go.
Brown Lives Matter.
Isn't he trying to put a limit on your water too, or something like that?
Well, that's been going because we do live in a drought area. Southern California is drought, and Central is drought prone, which is why Northern Cali hates us because we take their water. Right. So because I have the lawns, the front and the side, you can't be like watering every day because they'll check and you'll get fined. But I kind of understand that because we don't have rain year round. So, but everything's expensive, man. Anyways.
That would be my ideal place to move to if there weren't so many things I didn't like about it.
I have family here. My parents are pretty young. They're very close. I have close cousins. And then Romy's in the acting business. So it's not like, hey, let's go move to South Carolina where your family's at. She's like, hell no.
Yeah. I'm like, sorry, guys, derailed the whole stream. But
I know, right? Sorry, Fletcher.
Sorry, guys.
Fletcher's
because my dad grew up in California. So he took us to California a lot. So I fell in love with being over there too. And he loves it over there. But
yeah, it's pretty cool. My brother, my brother-in-law's family, they're from there. And we lived there for a little bit. Plus, we worked there for a while with my parents. And it was fun. It has its really great sides, and it's, it's one of those things where they really, I mean, when you have people that are like, completely like on the opposite spectrum of us going like, wait a minute, it's going a little crazy. Then it's when you're like, whoa, but it's California, man. It's land of milk and honey.
Well, and Terry is in the chat saying San Diego is amazing.
Yes,
from San Diego going up the coast, there's La Jolla, and then there's Carlsbad, and we're gonna stay at Carlsbad for the weekend in a couple of weeks, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. I mean, the city's right next to the ocean. It's a real small town, so that's another great thing about Cali is that there's so many different types of weather and terrain, from mountains and beaches, all that stuff is true. It's just crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enough.
No. Sorry, guys.
California.
No sad party. But see, even it reminds me of Dodger Stadium. I haven't been to a game this year because it's a lot of feria right now, man.
Yeah.
And I buy the Dodger cable channel. I'm just watching that every day. It'll save money, man. Yeah.
Everything's crazy. But welcome everybody who is joining us. Bienvenido Griffin, Message en español. Tenemos amazing baking soda, gente dos volt, and tenemos a member of the channel. Let's get the party started. And for you members, we are looking at dates for a member stream. So consider becoming a member, and more information is going to be coming to you soon. Kiko Reviews here early. Him and Ike were here early. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here early. And we also got Unknown. You take your water from the Colorado River. Yeah. And I know a lot of where people complain sometimes in Vegas also. You get it from us around there. So it's always, but water is precious commodity. But another precious commodity that happened to happen soon. I guess we'll start with something cool, Lilly, something that's fun. I know you were blowing up today on the interwebs.
She's epic on her Twitter, bro.
The Twitter is like on fire. She's like,
she's like, look at her
drinking is like tweeting her, and it's like, man, she's on fire. Like, but I know that. La Casa del Dragón.
Oh no! I'm gonna cry.
La guerra que tanto.
I'm gonna cry. It was a great episode. Yes.
All right, so let me read a little bit. I think this is not gonna go into spoiler territory. So Lilly, then you can do your summary. And then if you want to go into spoils territory, which you probably will because, sad stuff happens. So,
yeah.
La Casa del Dragón, temporada 2, episodio 4. Arde el cielo. La guerra que tanto se intentaba de evitar finalmente estalla en un combate de dragones espectaculares y se desahogó. Acá tenemos a Fabian Franco. Qué hermosura armadura. Por favor, Lucasfilm, haz algo. Temporada 2, episodio 4. Desde su mismo nombre, El mundo del cielo y el fuego de George R. R. Martin. En gran medida, una obra bipolar. Negros luchan contra verdes, los Stark luchan contra los Lannisters, y en la profecía Canción del Hielo y Fuego, la muerte lucha contra la vida. Los dragones de la dinastía Targaryen son una excepción a esta regla. En las novelas originales, varios maestres y miembros de la realeza piensan que los dragones no son ni machos ni hembras, sino que pueden cambiar el sexo cuando se hace falta. Es cierto que el fuego que ayuda a que el hielo del Rey de la Noche y sus secuaces no muertos retroceden al Juego de Tronos también son las criaturas vivientes más magníficas y alucinantes del bestiario de Poniente. Pero también son las encarnación de la muerte capaces de suscitar carnicerías y escalar industrias entre soldados y civiles a igual. Y este es lo que en verdad se están haciendo una replena del Casa del Dragón en total, de los dragones, porque tuvimos una gran batalla de dragones en este episodio y había bastante muerte. Y Lilly, ¿qué piensas de esto? ¿Qué pensaste del episodio?
Oh my gosh. Well, I know everyone had kind of been complaining that we hadn't seen a lot of fighting in the first 3 episodes. And I think that's okay. What people kind of forget is that we're actually watching a TV show that's mostly based around politics. So we're going to get a lot of those politics. And getting the dragon fights and the wars in between is just kind of like the cherry on top. It's not like Game of Thrones where there's constantly like wars and things happening. This is more like politics. But that being said, we finally got our first official dragon fight on air. And so in this entire episode, kind of to sum it all up, Damon is still in Harrenhal, and he's trying to gather up all of their smaller houses around to declare for Rhaenyra so they have a bigger army. So Kristen Cole is kind of doing the same thing as well. And what's happening is that he's going behind King Aegon's back and planning everything with his brother Aemond, because they're much better at this kind of stuff than Aegon. He's like really bad at being a king and really bad at everything in general. So they're planning to kind of just take over all of the smaller houses as well, building up their armies. So then everybody kind of knows that they're headed to a place called Rook's Nest, I believe.
Like Monopoly.
Yeah. So then Aegon kind of has this conversation with his mom, with Alicent, and he's basically telling her, like, I'm the king. I want to help. Like, what can I do to help and win this war, blah, blah, blah. And Alicent basically laughs at him, and she tells him, like, you just don't do anything. You just stay out of it and let basically all the other adults take care of it for you. So he gets angry. And what we didn't know is that while they're planning this little attack on Rook's, I think it's Nest, Crest, Rook's. I keep getting it confused. It's one of those. It's one of those. So on the other side with the Blacks, they decide to send somebody out. And the only one that has really any war experience is Rhaenys and her dragon, Meleys. So they decide to go and help them. Rook's Rest. There you go. Thank you.
There you go.
I was like, Rook's Nest, Rook's Crest, Rook's Rest.
Say it 5 times.
Oh, thank you. So they decide to send Rhaenys and Meleys out to kind of defend them. What they have no idea is that behind the scenes, Kristen Cole, oh, I hate that guy, and Aemond had planned a secret attack. So when she gets there, of course, she's doing her thing with the dragon, and they think they're going to win. The people in the castle think, like, yay, she's here to save us. What they didn't know is that Vhagar and Aemond were actually hidden in the forest, ready to attack. This was basically set up for this very purpose. Whoever the Blacks sent on a dragon, they were going to catch them off guard to try and kill them. But before that can happen, Aegon actually shows up with his dragon Sunfire. And Aemond sees him flying over, and he's like, oh, this idiot, because he's ruining the surprise attack. So we get a fight between Aegon and Sunfire and Rhaenys and Meleys. And it's amazing. It's so cool to see, but at the same time, like, I don't know if it gets to anyone else, but it gets to me seeing like any type of animal hurt. And I know the dragons aren't real and they're CGI, but it still sucks anyway watching them fight and get hurt.
Yeah, but it was something on that, Lily, real quick, because they did the dragons so well. I mean, they have personalities. I mean, that's the one part that I was like, yeah, I can watch this one, because it was like, it was amazing. But then they had, you know, what's the huge dragon that just came out of like nowhere, and it's like, whoa, you're like, man, that thing was sick.
No, yeah, and they all do have little personalities, because like the scene between Aegon and Sunfire before he left, I thought that was so cute. I can't stand Aegon either. He's so dumb. But there's like little moments of things that happen to him that I'm like, oh my gosh, like the dragon basically goes and kind of like snuggles into him, and he goes and like hugs her too, or him, I think it's a boy. And that's so cute. They gave them an actual personality, especially when you see Rhaenys getting ready to take off with Meleys too. She's kind of giving her, like, comforting her and telling her, all right, we're going back to war. And you can tell like the connection that they have with their dragons, and they're not just like they're not just animals. They're not just like a set piece that's there for them to interact with. Like all of these little, they have their little quirks and their little personalities, which I think makes it so much better to watch. So when they're actually fighting against each other, I think that's why the audience reacts the way that they do, because it's like when you see something happen to a dog or a cat or something in a movie and you're like, no, why? So yeah, that was really sad. And then if you guys didn't see it, it looks like Sunfire was actually killed by Melis, or at least took a lot of damage. And it didn't help that actually Aemond and Vhagar like basically burned him too. I think Aemond was trying to accidentally kill his brother. So Aegon actually is injured. We don't know to what extent he's injured, but then Vhagar, yeah, came out of nowhere. And the thing that a lot I saw online was that people were like, well, Rhaenys is so stupid. She had time to leave and Vhagar was distracted and this and that. Yeah, but the point is, like, Rhaenys is a warrior. Her dragon's a warrior. They're going to go into battle. She knows she's going to die, but she's going to do it anyway. That's her purpose. So it was just really sad. Like, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry, but Rhaenys is one of my favorite characters, and her dragon is so beautiful. I love her. They call her the Red Queen. And then there was a little point there where Melis kind of turns around to look at Rhaenys, and they look at each other and they make eye contact, and you know that both of them are thinking like, it's been great, but this is goodbye. So, that was so sad.
That's crazy. I did see that so many people were reacting. So like, oh my gosh, you know?
Yes,
you do get attached.
yeah. A lot of people were, and at first, I think when it ended, I was like, no. Like Rhaenys has to be alive. Like she can't die yet. I guess it was just me because I really like her as a character. But then no, once you look at it, once you kind of think about it, there's no way she could have survived. And then I saw the trailer for the next episode, so I was like, yeah, I don't think she's survived this. So, oh my gosh, yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy.
This
Warriors
scene was like, I was like, whoa. I mean, there was so much. It's amazing how many little things they have on the show that are so detailed and so well done that you totally feel for them, you know?
And because of this scene, I was so like traumatized with
it's a traumatizing scene.
Because you know how like she's flying through the air and then everything kind of stills and everything seems like it's gonna be okay, and then all of a sudden Vhagar comes out of nowhere and grabs like Melis by the neck. That scared me that I even screamed because of this. This scene scared me.
Well, how can you do that? That's it's like insane.
It scarred me for life.
This is watching somebody get like run over on the street if you're
yes,
kid, you know?
Yes.
It has a total effect. You're like, what the heck? I mean, look, you're just minding your own business, checking it out. I'm like, hey, is that the Starbucks right there? Is it open? And then all of a sudden you're like, ha, mother trucker, you know, dragon. It's like, boom, out of nowhere. I was like watching this and I'm like, whoa.
Yes.
It just went there.
Freaking traumatized from this scene. So yeah, when it happened in this latest episode, I actually screamed. Like I screamed because I knew it was coming, but because they don't obviously they want to catch you by surprise. When it finally happened, like I actually screamed. I was like, it was kind of funny and kind of not, because I'm actually traumatized by this dragon.
I know people were saying that they have like jump scares. Oh.
Yes.
Mucha gente dice que la reacción de esto fue un trauma grande. Y en verdad es verificado, porque si tú tienes tanto amor por esos dragones, piensan que tienen su nombre, tienen su historia y todo. Y la historia y los guionistas dan le dan un gran papel y te hace querer por ellos. Obviamente, si van a tener una muerte no nada más violenta, pero también tan rápido. Y es un shock. Y me parece, te imaginas los niños que ven esto y reaccionan. Bueno, hasta Lilly, pobre Lilly, está traumatizada.
Yes, because this dragon's ginormous. She's huge.
I mean, it's insane. It's a huge dragon.
And I mean, I'm trying not to blame the dragon because the dragon does what the writer kind of commands them to do. So it's not entirely Vagar's fault, but still, like, oh my gosh, she's huge. And then look at, like, could you just imagine? I can't.
Oh, I can't.
That's like the worst. It's got to be one of the worst deaths ever. Poor.
I mean, it's
Luther.
not even like a semi truck. It's like a 747 crashing against a Volvo. You know?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And then somebody asked a question over here. Terry, he says, "Can you enjoy this new series if you never finished Game of Thrones? I watched the first 2 seasons, but that was it." Yeah, you can. You actually won't. You're not really missing out on anything. This is a prequel to Game of Thrones, so it's kind of setting up Game of Thrones. If you watch this, it's not. It's not gonna matter if you've seen it or not. Actually, I think someone else answered, and yeah, it's kind of better if you haven't seen Game of Thrones because they did mess it up there at the end. So. If you've only seen seasons 1 and 2, you've probably seen 2 of the best seasons. I think it started getting a little bit bad after season 6, maybe. 6, 7, 8 were probably the worst. I'd say it's still worth finishing it. You do get a lot of really cool stuff between those seasons, but yeah, it just starts to go off the rails and a little silly because they didn't have anything to go off of. So. But this one is definitely worth checking out. It's an amazing show. Like, do not sleep on it. It's great.
On it.
Yeah, no. And it's worth all of the fights that you get like this. Like I said, this is more politically driven. So don't expect there to be a dragon fight every episode. Don't expect there to be a war or some kind of conflict every single episode. This is a lot of politics. And when I say that every scene is important, it's important.
Right.
It's not something like The Acolyte or some like Ahsoka or some TV shows where they do dialogue and they just fill it in just for them to say something. No, every single piece of dialogue in this TV show is important. It's telling you pieces of information of what's happening. So this is a TV show you actually have to pay attention. Like this is not done. Yeah, this isn't something that you put on in the background that you're like, okay, whatever. Well, I'm going to be like working. Well, no, you're going to be confused. So definitely pay attention to this. It's worth it.
And you agree with Cosmic Vader that the end of season 4, and I think Terry, I think what he's talking about not House of the Dragon, but a Game of Thrones. You know,
I would say 6. I think 4 or 5. 6 is where they started to kind of run out of books. So like material. So I think I would give it a 2, maybe 6-ish. Yeah.
Kino says pay no attention to season 7 and 8.
Yeah, 6, 7, and 8 I think were the worst for me. 1 through 5 is still good.
Cool. I mean, this is must-see television for a lot. So, I mean, that's just crazy.
Oh yeah. And then definitely this is something that if you haven't read the books, watch it on the first day because people are going to be talking about it and you're going to get spoiled. I mean, it's in the book, so it's not really spoilers for a lot of people, but yeah, just stay off of social media, stay off of Twitter, stay off of everything, because people are going to be posting these things. It's like something important that people want to post. Because I know I posted the thing about like Rainice and Maylis, and I had 2 people like, oh, why are you posting spoilers? And it's like, okay, but you should know. Don't be online. Sorry, don't be online. Like, what do you want me to say?
Don't
like people,
blame me.
Yeah, people are posting this all over the timelines. If I don't post it, someone else is going to post it. These are scenes and things that people are talking about. It's happened to me. I think I got spoiled with something before, and I learned my lesson the hard way. I had to stay offline until I watched the episode. So you just got to learn.
That's how you do. You tell them, Lily. You got to learn. You tell them we got to learn.
Yes, well, I mean, you're going to be scrolling. You're going to eventually come up on somebody who actually posted it.
Somebody's there.
Yeah.
But it was so brutal and so captivating at the same time. It is like watching a train wreck. You're like, you know, it was like whoa and whoa and whoa. I mean, there was a lot of complaining online, right, Lily, about people saying that it's just not enough action or anything like that. And this episode, it kind of was like, okay, you guys were calling for some action. They're like, bam.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah, so if you're definitely just looking for the action, this episode did it. But like I said, this is mainly politics. Don't expect a dragon fight every single episode. Like the episodes are the dragons are the cherry on top. They're the best part of it. Yes, I know. But it's like you know how a lot of things do like a little slow burn.
Yeah.
And I have to, but all of it is good. It's a good show, so I don't understand why people are complaining.
I mean, remember stuff like The Sopranos and stuff like that? You're like, you're not getting, the person gets shot and thrown in the back of the truck every episode, you know?
Yeah, because then you would run out of things to do, because whenever these dragons fight, chances are somebody's going to die, so you can't kill all of your main characters in 3 episodes. Like, relax.
You could, but...
slow. Well, I mean, that's not the point, though. So
yeah.
And I think it got renewed for a season 3, so they're probably going to drag it out even more.
Oh, okay. Because at first, how many seasons was it supposed to be?
I don't think they had said, but for sure it got renewed for season 3.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So we're expecting a lot more fun in the sun with killer dragons.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw some of the memes. I didn't catch all of them because I was like, oh man, I thought I saved that. I didn't save that, and can't stand it when that happened. But our good friend Rosa posted this, and I thought that was funny. The Shrek meme. Did you see this one?
Oh yeah. That's weird. It's because it does look like that.
Right?
I hate Allison. Oh, I can't stand those 2, Allison and Kristen Cole. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's this thing has such a I guess it's such a following of, it's not like the people that you like that's mostly following, but the people that you can't stand. And I know that the Christian Cole actor hasn't he been getting like hate mail and stuff like that, and dude's like, come on, bro, it's not like it's my fault.
That's what makes a great actor, is when you have some kind of emotional response to him. So he's doing a great job. But yes, don't be hateful to the actual actor. Don't be mean. That's his job.
Did you see this? It was most like a poll, like which Game of Thrones character do you hate the most?
I think I did see that. I think it had Joffrey, Kristen Cole, Ramsay, and who was the last one?
Here I'm thinking that it's shared. Man, see how it is. All right, I think I shared it. Yeah, so it had Jefe. It's Joffrey. It's Joffrey.
Joffrey, Ramsay,
and
Kristen Cole.
And your favorite.
Out of all of them, oh my gosh, yeah, Kristen Cole is like the worst. He is the worst.
Nice. So he's number one.
He is number one. Because I know a lot of people are like, but Ramsay is a terrible person. He like tortures people for fun. And Joffrey was just awful and cruel. And yes, but Joffrey also grew up in a really crazy household. No one ever corrected him or taught him how to be better. He had parents who could have corrected his behavior, never did. Ramsay, mental illness is a real thing. I think that guy was actually sick in the head. Kristen Cole literally was he got rejected. That's why he's doing all of this. Like nothing traumatic happened to him in his childhood. He looks like a pretty stable guy. I guess you would say he's not like Ramsay. He got rejected, and that's why he's doing all this. That's why I can't give him any excuses, because I'm like, really, dude, you got rejected, and this is how you responded. That's crazy.
Well, it's like you get no excuses, bro.
No, he has no excuse. This is creepy. This is creepy behavior.
Sorry, my man Cole. I mean, we're trying to help your image, but Lilly,
no,
is not having any of it. She's like, no way, man.
And what sucks is like he's so handsome, he's so good looking, but no, not even that can help him.
It's like not even being handsome can help you, son.
Yeah, no. Nope.
What are you gonna do? Cole, mi amigo, mi pobre. No te quieren las viejas.
I can't wait for his death.
You're gonna be like first in line?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a party.
Well, the best party ever, I think it's with the awesome display of acrobatics and great camaraderie of the favorite show on the internet right now, the wonderful Acolyte.
Oh my gosh. Every single week.
Every single week.
Every single week. I don't think they can get worse, and it gets worse.
Welcome to another week of suffering with Lilly and Fletcher.
Do the proportions of this Wookiee just seem wrong?
Doesn't it? With the big old arms?
Why is his head so big? Chewbacca's head was not this big.
You need to stop being such a racist, Liz.
Let me see. I'm going to look at Chewbacca right now. No, Chewbacca didn't look that weird.
No, Chewbacca didn't look that weird.
Oh my gosh, what kind of Wookiee is this?
It's just obviously a Wookiee that's collecting coins, or as the memes were talking about, trying to find out where the money went. You know, they dropped it. They dropped it on the planet. Pero bienvenido otra vez a Acolyte. Este es el capítulo 7, el penúltimo capítulo. Yay, un capítulo más. Sé que Lilly está muy, muy triste, que va a ser el último capítulo casi. Pero así lo es. El último capítulo casi del Acolyte y vamos a entrar a un mundo de las brujas. Todo el episodio es un flashback, ¿o no, Lilly?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
the whole episode was a flashback. Indeed.
And it's mostly told by Soul's point of view, in a sense, part of it. And then we open in the wonderful world of witches and mysticism, where the Jedi are doing cleanup for the Parks and Recreational Center of Witches, Witches Planet, you know, because they don't know it's a Witches Planet, because why wouldn't they know it's a Witches Planet? I mean, they have the Force, they have sophisticated, you know, like technology. Doesn't it make sense that they would know that there's something in that planet?
I mean, you would figure they would know by the big old structure where all the witches are living, but I
What?
guess
You mean the giant mountain structure that's got technology in it and strange witches? Yeah, that's. But anyway, they don't know that there's something there because science and Leslie Headland. So they're all doing a wonderful job of checking. Did you see this? They're checking out moss. You know, it's like, hey, look, I got my iPad. I got my Junior Jedi Rangers.
I honestly don't understand what the point of this was, because from what I understand, they were on that planet searching for life, right? Because supposedly there hadn't been any life seen on this planet for whatever. But like, why? Who cares? Like, I think the Jedi might have like other things to do that are more important than go to random planets searching for life. Like,
moss.
I don't understand.
Look at that moss. Don't you excited about moss?
I don't get it.
Moss.
And exactly, how do you not sense life?
So I guess they were force sensitive, but force insensitive at the same time. And they have the poor guy doing his.
That's the thing, though. Like, there's moss, there's trees growing, there's plenty of like grass and stuff. That's life. So that tells you that something is indeed alive there. I don't know. I don't know.
And then we were taken to the campsite, and we get to see the life of the poor barista Jedi. What did you call it? This is the one that 86 himself because of what happened in this episode, which we still don't understand why it happened or why he would be at fault for it. But si no lo viste, este pobre muchacho es el que después se tuvo que dar una veneno bebida a una veneno y es porque lo que pasó en este episodio, aunque no sabemos qué hizo mal en el episodio, si eso da sentido, porque este es el séptimo capítulo de 8 capítulos y todavía no sabemos qué hizo mal él. Pero capaz que el número 8 se va a revelar todo. And how annoying is he in the camp, right?
Yeah, he's super annoying. Poor guy.
I think he was just to be annoying. So once he discovers that the chicks are there, he gets on his speeder Corolla and heads over there, right?
I don't even know how they managed to make the speeders look bad, but they did.
That's the thing. I was like, how do the speeders look? Don't they look like from Star Trek or something?
I mean, I don't know. This show, I'm trying to figure out where the 180 million went.
Right. Well, that's to buy the Bath and Beyond, or little yellow things. So.
And he's actually we're all connected here by the thread.
Yes.
So that's actually Tommen from Game of Thrones too. He played Tommen.
Oh, okay. So they had to bite off Game of Thrones still.
Yeah.
So we're seeing it through Saul's eyes. He sneaks in because how embarrassing was just when I watched this shot, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. Because don't you see he's stealth, Lily? He's wearing his cloak, and he's stealthy. He's hiding around the corner in a rock.
Oh man. Yeah, this is dumb.
Master Soul. And he's like, yeah, check it, yo.
And I like Master Soul. He was one of my favorites, but like they just made everybody look so stupid in this TV show. Like I
agree. It was such a. Didn't you think it was such a weird episode? I mean, not that all the episodes are not weird, but this one was especially like kind of weird because you're like, what am I watching?
The thing to me is that it's 8 episodes, right?
Right.
Episode 3 was basically the same as this.
Right.
Episode 3 and 7 are just being told from different point of views. Like a lot of people were saying, couldn't you just put these 2 episodes together?
No, you can't, because
I mean, it's not like people didn't figure out what happened. We all kind of knew that the Jedi had something to do with the witches dying. We just didn't know what. And then it was just really weird how they died. Like I thought that was really weird.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that part because I like how Gary calls her. What was it? Moss Windu. And this part was so creepy.
That part was super creepy.
Wasn't it creepy?
Yeah.
And I guess, is that what they were going to? It's just like, you have an older lady being a predator to a young Jedi. And, the jokes write themselves.
I mean, Leslie Headland did work for Harvey Weinstein, so.
And then you write an older woman being a predator of a young man, and
that was really creepy. Like
it was creepy.
I don't think I said anything about it because I was like, maybe it's just me and I'm like reading too much into it.
It wasn't you. It was creepy as hell.
Say anything until I started seeing a lot of people saying it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, it wasn't just me."
No, it wasn't just you because, I mean, guys, if you didn't watch it, of course you didn't watch it. You're watching us because you don't want to watch it. She's like, like almost like blending in and out, almost like a dream, and in slow motion, and he starts to cry, and it's so weird because it feels so. Oh man, da tristeza toda la escena, porque parece que es algo tan personal que nosotros no nos, como lo estamos viendo de afuera, no podemos sentir, pero se ve bien inconfortable. He looks horribly uncomfortable. The whole scene feels uncomfortable. It was like, what am I watching? How is this Star Wars?
And it's not even just her either. Like Master Soul got really creepy this episode too.
Right.
With like Osha. Like right. What is happening? Like I don't know if you had any like clips or pictures or anything But yeah, even Master Soul got like really creepy with Osha too. Like he was like, "Oh no, like I have these feelings that she needs to be my Padawan," and but like he was really insistent on it, and just the way that the dialogue, the way that he said it, just it just comes off so weird. Like, what is Disney doing?
It feels like it's a little predatory, but
Very predatory.
very predatory. I think so. We had a super chat from Kiko Reviews, and he says, the watch party with Theory last night. Was like, how could have this be? It was bad." No, we agree, man. And thank you so much for the $5 super chat. We really appreciate it. It was kind of weird, and this is for you, Kiko.
No, that's so cute. I love them. I love the Ewoks, and I will not apologize for it. I love them.
Thank you so much for that super chat.
But yeah, no, this show's terrible. It's just it's so bad. It just surprises me so much that in my tweets I get so many people still trying to defend this, and I don't understand how. Like, can you not see that it's just not a good show? It just really isn't. Like, it's not even to be hateful to just hate on it and say that it sucks. Like, it is actually just not a very good show. Even if it wasn't Star Wars and this was like its own thing, it would still be a bad show. See, that's really weird.
Saul is way too interested in getting that young girl for himself.
Yeah, like way too interested. It's really weird.
Weird.
And then the other lady with the Jedi boy, like, really? Oh my God.
Yeah.
What is Disney doing?
I don't know. But I know what you're doing because you're killing it. I saw this one Critical Ranker quoted your tweet when you said confirm the Jedi are bad guys.
Oh my gosh, did he? I didn't even see that.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? Oh, you're watching it live?
Yes. Live reaction, guys. I didn't even know.
Live reaction.
Oh my gosh, I love the Critical Drinker. Oh my gosh.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Critical Drinker.
You told you got after the show, you got to thank him. But he says lightsabers that barely injure Sabine Wren and now capable of killing lesbian space witch demon Force Ghost. Impressive turnaround.
All right.
That's crazy. But you know what's also amazing? Choo 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 choo. Babasala. Terry Ike gifted 5 Midnight's Edge membership and Espanol. Everybody get your membership. Make sure that you're able to do so. Become a member. It really helps out the channel. We really, really super appreciate it. Terry, this one is for you. Muchas gracias.
I will never get over that. Oh my gosh. And the fact that like is so mad.
You two decide on a
sorry, Paula, you talking?
Oh, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're coming like you're in a dishwasher or something.
Big scene.
In a dishwasher? What?
Better. Hello.
There you go.
Okay,
Hello.
Better.
Is that better?
Yeah.
That's awesome. We can hear you now.
Better?
Better, way better. Nice. You can hear us? Right.
Oh, wait a minute.
There you go.
Can you hear me? Sorry. Hello.
We can hear you now.
Okay. You two need to decide on a membership stream panel soon and get we believe we now have over 22, 23 members. So that's pretty amazing.
Oh, that's
Muchísimas
cool.
gracias. Toda la gente.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. And you members, thank you so much for Terry building the member empire. Dun, 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 dun. And we'll soon be doing a member stream, and you guys could probably jump on and ask questions, and great questions like how many energy drinks I have in a day, and what concealer does Lilly use? I don't know what a concealer is. It's the only thing I can think of.
I know what it is.
You know what it is? Oh, wait a minute. So you were complaining that they were complaining that you were a little bit, in the beach party earlier.
No, whatever.
And now
listen,
you know what a concealer is.
Whatever her concealer is, don't worry about it. She's
That's
beautiful.
right.
That's it. And maybe we'll do a Midnight's Edge in Espanol concealer and we can sell it or something. I don't know.
There you go.
Conceal the Acolyte.
Yes.
Well, that's only one more episode to conceal it. And so we're concealing Carrie. But yeah, congratulations, Lily.
I actually am kind of sad that the Acolyte's ending because we don't get to roast it every week anymore.
Don't worry. Agatha and Rings of Power are coming. So
yes. But yeah, no, that was
continues.
I didn't know that he retweeted that tweet. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy? Oh man. I got you.
I did see that Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers made his video and he used my tweet in it too last night.
Woo-hoo.
So I saw that, but I didn't see this one. That is so cool.
Live reaction. Folks.
I know. And it's all it's because it's all my favorite YouTubers. So whenever you see that and they're actually kind of co-signing what you're saying, you're like, oh, that's so cool.
Verification. But this was the most awesome lightsaber battle ever, according to some.
You know what? I didn't hate it. I actually liked this part of it. This is the only part that I can say from the entire show of The Acolyte that I kind of liked it. It was a little slow and clunky for me, but I understand it's a guy in a Chewbacca suit. So that must not be the easiest thing to move in. I'm sure there would have been some ways they could have made it better if, better people were making this TV show, but I didn't hate it. It was cool. We finally got to see a Wookiee fight.
But was it worth cool. 2 Godzilla -1's budget?
No, I don't think so. I wish I had seen this in something better. But it was, I have to give it credit where credit is due. I'm not just going to keep hating on it to hate on it. I liked that part of the episode. That was cool.
Well, somebody didn't like it, which was a crazy, was tu comadre, tu prima, Grace Randolph, no le gustó.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, because supposedly this show is the best. She loves this TV show.
How dare you?
Oh my gosh.
Shock. That to me was the biggest shock of the night. I didn't think it was real.
Shocking.
I didn't think it was real because somebody reposted it.
Did she explain? Has she put out a video explaining why she thought it was awful though? Because sometimes she does this, and then when you watch her video, it's something really stupid. It's not even that she didn't like the episode; she just thought it was awful. Some one dumb thing that you're like, what? She'll still be like, no, it's still the greatest TV show that we've gotten in Star Wars, but then she'll insert one stupid thing that she thought was awful.
So you think this is? Yeah, I think Kiko Review says it smells like clickbait.
Yeah,
So it could be all right. I just saw it and I was surprised because every time she does a video, it's like I just love it and stuff. And then I was thinking, wait a minute, did her check not clear? And now it's like, so you're saying maybe her check did clear.
Yeah, maybe her check did clear.
And for the next day or something. But this is the one that said it. I thought that was funny.
She put this up just in case her check didn't clear, and then
just in case, and then she's like, haha, let me get that.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Right? So around here.
That Wookiee just looks so weird. His head is
What's
too
up
big.
with the arms?
Sorry, I have like Chewbacca over here in another tab because I was staring at him, and like Chewbacca's super adorable.
I know, it just made it weird.
This Wookiee looks really weird.
I said he's looking for shampoo, like coins to buy shampoo and conditioner.
Like Chewbacca, no. Chewie was still like 1,000 times more adorable.
Yeah, Kino says it's like, it looks like it's a short
Wookiee. Yes. Yeah, it's because the proportions are all off. Like the head is too big.
Oh,
like
no.
Chewbacca's head is not that big. They did shave like half of his head and gave him a man bun.
Yeah, because he's trying to sell you $7 tacos. Unless the Alpa store with avocado spuma tacos.
Still searching for the plot. Oh my gosh.
This is episode 7, Lily.
Yeah.
Episode 7, and we got a flashback from a point of view of
still don't know what the point of this entire show is. I really don't.
Because Wookiee's looking for his soul. I thought this one was funny.
That is.
Okay, now do you think that everybody's thinking that the only way this wraps up? Well, there's two things that can happen. All right. So, for what people have been talking about, she's obviously the master for the Sith. Mr. Rico Suave Swift, and the whip marks on his back is because of the whip that obviously I guess has functions that prevent it from, cutting him up instead of bugs. And that's going to be the big surprise with the battle of Osha in May at the end. Do you think that's going to happen, or we're just going to be like cliffhanger, look for season 2?
I think they're going to be stupid enough to kind of leave us on a cliffhanger because supposedly season 2's already been greenlit. So I think that's why this season's been so... I mean, not like it's going to make sense whether they give us like 20 seasons or 1. It's just that I'm pretty sure they're going to leave us hanging a little bit and be like, no, guys, we're going to make the Acolyte season 2 and you're going to find out some more stuff and other things are happening. Like, I just don't see how they wrap everything up in one episode because I don't know. Like, it just, nothing made sense. Nothing made sense because we can already know that this was probably, what's his name? Kamir's ex-master because of the whip marks. Something happened there. But then they're also saying that he's not actually the main Sith. There's someone else above him. But honestly, that gives them too much credit. I think that it is, and Osha is actually the Acolyte in the title. So, I don't know.
She's not just there for workplace safety. Is what you're saying.
So, I don't know. This show's really dumb. It's just dumb.
There you have it, folks. Our awesome predictions of the super acolyte, amazing acrobatics of yesteryear and this year. But one of the things that interesting about the Acolyte, I think, is because they have one of the lowest ratings so far. I think the only thing that's lower is Andor, because Andor, it's artsy. But they did say it has the lowest Star Wars audience score since the holiday special, according to now the big student, the big boys. It's not just us now. It's not just our hey, you guys are just haters.
And then it did. I guess they did report that there's been a 75% audience drop off for the Acolyte, right?
Yeah. So
no one's watching this anymore.
Literally. Yeah, literally. So I mean, if you thought Ahsoka was bad or Kenobi was bad, this one is. The scores are horrid. I think they said it was. So, if my understanding is correct, Disney Plus has over like 100,000 or over 100,000 subscribers or something like, or a million. Isn't it like a million or something? I don't know. They have a lot of subscribers, but the Acolyte has the lowest Star Wars audience score since the holiday special. The holiday special, of course, is back in the day, so I don't know if that's the best comparison, but so according to Forbes, so here we have the Acolyte is at 33% audience, 93% critics from the viewership. So yeah, it's the lowest right here. I think another one showed. Did it? No, this one doesn't even show. And no, Andor's here. So Andor is higher in this. I think this is the reviewers of the show, like reviewing the actual audience of it.
Ranked by audience scores by critics next to it. Oh, okay, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So despite extremely positive critic reviews overall, the Acolyte has managed to put up the lowest audience scores in the entire history of the Star Wars franchise. But then they also did.
Didn't you show it? They actually took off the.
Hey, you're
like.
You're roboting.
Wow.
Did you give another shot?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
You sound lovely now. Resume.
I thought it was my computer. I was like, oh my gosh, guys, it's Skynet.
No, it was like,
it's happening.
Only human, only human must destroy now.
It was OSHA's computer was taking me out.
I've never been happier, just want to say, since I've stopped watching the show a month ago.
Oh my gosh.
And
yeah,
I'm happy watching you guys post on Twitter. It is the best.
It's traumatic. It's traumatic. But on Rotten Tomatoes, it's actually the lowest. So it's even higher than the Star Wars holiday special.
Yeah.
Well, did you see the her on The View or something like that? Her video?
Oh my gosh, Amanda Lisenberg. Yes, I did. I saw that last night. She needs to stop. She's so annoying.
Well, I forgot what channel I was on. I can't remember. Loki's this morning with Mexican Mike, and I was saying it's like I think this is now the only ticket in for some of these Disney shows or whatever. It's like, okay, we got this minority role for you, but here's what you have to do. Claim racism, go on The View, do a video. It's almost like it's like the new check marks of what once was hey, you want a colorful career, demand these colored peanuts in your writer list. It's a different writer list now. It's the Wokoso writer list, right? And you literally have to claim racism and deep-seated pain. And thank you for granting me space.
That's so cringe.
What a
Oh my god.
This is not what we mean. What I mean by representation, guys. Not at all. This is terrible. Anyways, I just want to say that.
No, it's really bad. Yeah, I was watching that too, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And it's like, instead of bringing attention to, like, she keeps saying that she's proud of her role and that she's happy playing someone in Star Wars because she's been a huge Star Wars fan. Why not focus on that instead of focusing on how much of a victim you are? And like, don't forget that she's not actually, she's only half black. Her dad is white. So I don't understand where she's claiming all this like victimhood from, because it's kind of like, how can I describe it? It's kind of like, because it happens to Hispanic people too. If you're a little bit too white or you're only half Mexican or half whatever, people kind of make fun of you for it, right? So I don't understand why she thinks she's fully why she's fully like playing the victim when she doesn't think that she has some kind of privilege for being a little bit more light-skinned. And that's a thing that they've been talking about in Hollywood. Is she's even talked about it. I've seen clips of her talking about it, how unfair it is that she's got an advantage that other black women in the industry don't because of their skin color. And now she's trying to play a victim too when she has a privilege that she's spoken about. So I don't understand her. This is just so really weird that she just fails to mention that.
Yeah, it's time to basically play any card you can besides to judge me for the talent that I'm putting out.
Yeah, because she's spoken about that, and it's really cringy. Because she's been like, oh yeah, I'm like so privileged that I get a lot of roles because, it's a problem in Hollywood that darker skinned women don't get as many roles as I do. But now she's playing like full victim. And it's like, that's not what you said.
And that's actually not true. That's actually not true. Right now, they're getting the majority of the roles, guest starring, co-starring, commercial roles. It's going to African American women, and this is not conjecture, right? It's the experience of what Romy's had to face. Portuguese Latino woman. First of all, a real actor, trained, theater, the whole works, right? Great reputation, but they'll say in the casting breakdown, looking for Black or Latina.
Yeah,
and we keep tabs of the roles, and no doubt it goes to an African American lady. Okay, but are they good? In my opinion, no, they're not. Not compared to what she's put out. Not compared to Romy's callbacks. But I use her as a barometer, Lilly, because she has gotten to an echelon in her career where she's getting those caliber callbacks, and this is what's happening, man. And we go to movies, right? And we love movies, man. But it's like, we're like, where are all the Latinos in this film? They ain't none. It's just weird, right? It's just an insight. I'm just giving you a little insight, guys. Our tastes are very eclectic, are very diverse. We just saw this one really great TV show called Man and Fool, starring Jeff Daniels. We love Jeff Daniels. And it's a David E. Kelly show set in Atlantic City, Atlanta, Georgia, modern, present day, dealing with politics. Really cool characters. Wasn't a single Latino character in the cast, in the city, and it's just like, okay, this is the fad that Hollywood is just in love with, guys.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. And when there is a Latino, it's always an African Latino, Black Latino. And a big the TV show that I'm currently like kind of obsessed with is The Bear. And they have a lot of very diverse characters. And guess what? Yes, they have a Latina, but she's a Black Latina.
She's
There's
a friend of
wrong with that.
She's a friend of Romy's, New York actor.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think she's doing a great job on that TV show. Like, I love the arc that her character has taken, which is fine, you know, whoever's better for the role, but that's usually the case, that whenever it's a Latino, they're not going to look like me or you.
No. I mean, it's really bad. It's very rare. But
that's why I kind of laugh about it, because a lot of people sometimes will joke around and they'll be like, oh no, but like, you know, you have your Latina privilege or whatever. And I'm like, I actually don't. I'm like, I'm too light skinned. Like, I don't.
Yeah, and again, you're going to the casting, you know, the casting process of everything, right? A few years back, it sometimes does even itself out. And I'm using Romy as an example, and let's pray she's up for something big. I don't want to say what it is, but once I get the green light, you bet I'm going to be making big announcements, because it's pretty amazing. But years ago, she was up for listen, she's played a gay woman. Not gay. She's an actor. She's played a character that's white because of the name, whatever. She's an actor. And that's ultimately what we want with all our actors to achieve, right? Is that, wow, this person is so good. Cast.
Yep.
Cast. All right, I've spoken enough. Sorry, Fletcher.
No,
it's good. It's important to cover this kind of stuff.
Yeah, because because I mean, she was great in Miss Mandela. She was great in Hunger Games. That's I know her from. Because my wife made me watch that. And she was great. We loved her. No, truly she did. It was like that. She was reading all the books and everything, and I was like, okay. So
she did a really good job with that. And who knows?
Well, that's another thing, right? She's been working since she was a kid, steadily.
Yeah, steadily. And big. These are not small. That's a blockbuster movie. It's
very talented. Very talented, multi-talented. You know, that's the problem with the Zieglers and all that, is that we've gotten so disconnected from them because of the things they say and do, that you forget how talented they are. It's like, if you would just shut up for a minute, we could actually, support your career.
No, and it's true, because like Rachel Ziegler, I will not take it away from her that she's an excellent singer. She really is. But I can't stand her. So I'm like, nope, sorry. Like, you have said so many stupid things that I have no interest in listening to.
And I don't know, in this one, I don't think she did a great job in the role. I mean, I know that she was given probably horrid things to do, but if you see her versus Soul character, I mean, he's doing the most with what he has, and even like the Manny guy, the Sith guy, and I think he's doing a little bit better even than her. I think she's phoning this one in. I mean, I could be wrong, but
yeah, this is
just
definitely
doesn't seem like she's not doing a great job in this film. Is this role? I don't believe her as the twins. I don't see any change in emotion. There's even those memes. The memes are out there where she's like, every emotion, and she's got the same face.
Yep. It's crazy.
But this is what I was talking about, and you share this, Lily, also. It seems like the Rotten Tomato thing was gone.
Oh, yeah. So it disappeared. Who knows what they're doing on the website, but it wasn't just the Acolyte. It seems to be a lot of not just Star Wars TV shows, but it's a lot of other shows too. So I'm not really sure what Rotten Tomatoes is up to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I saw that a lot of people were posting, and you posted as well. So Rotten Tomatoes guys, if you guys don't know, the Acolyte score was really low. I think it got into 13% at last viewing when we saw it. Kiko says they fixed it because it was weird because it had like for a long time it looked like okay, they took out the audience. Yeah, you had to go into another like window to kind of see it.
Yeah. So no, it wasn't just the Acolyte. It was several other TV shows too. I don't know if they were doing maintenance or I don't know what, but a lot of TV shows were affected, and we thought it was just Star Wars shows at first too. But then it was actually other TV shows and other movies that had nothing to do with Disney or Marvel or Star Wars that were affected too. So I don't know what they were doing. I don't know if new articles come out about it or.
It was probably a very timely, untimely glitch, kind of on purpose, not on purpose.
It's funny because we're kind of. It does seem kind of fishy because it's like right when the episodes kind of drops, people kind of will, because people like to go and see, is this the episode is so bad? Let me see if the audience score dropped again. It's almost like when people are watching something from Disney and then right away they go, oh, geez, let me see what their stock price is at. And it was like that with the show because it looked like every episode the audience score dropped. I believe the reviewers score dropped too, right, Lily? A little bit, and then
let me see. Yeah, it did actually. It's at 82% right now, and audience score is at 14.
Okay, because I know that they were like at 90 at one point, right? 90 something.
Yeah, so that's what everybody was thinking too. So everyone was like, oh, they probably had it removed because they don't want people to see this during the finale. They want as many people as possible to watch the finale. And it's like, it's like, I think only like we're watching it because we have to review it. But otherwise, everyone shares the same sentiment. If no one had to review it for content or for us to talk about it, no one would be watching this TV show. I know I wouldn't. I would have bounced out like episode 1 and 2 already. It's not good.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, so obviously it was a very well-timed glitch that is conveniently happened at the same time, but maybe it was like, okay, let's do it to other shows, so it seems like it's not that bad.
Yeah, that's why I put up my tweet and I was like, let me guess, when it comes back, the audience score is going to be at like 90.
99% fresh.
99%. Everyone loves this TV show.
It's so fresh. Va a salir de la calle.
Yeah,
te va a dar
crazy.
un beso. Yeah, I don't know. But there you go, guys. It's gonna be it's fixed. Way to go. Rotten Tomatoes, you got your act together, and you've now made it super cool to love it. But I know, Lily, that you're. Go ahead, Paul.
No, I feel kind of like on one hand, like who cares about Rotten Tomatoes, but on the other hand, because Rosa is a Rotten Tomato film critic, it's like you want to stand up for the good ones, And now these ass clowns and shills ruin it for real film critics that are lovers of cinema and good, honest reviewers. And I know you've gone to the critics list yourself, which I think is fantastic. Yeah, I'm really torn with Rotten Tomatoes, but I'm not gonna lie, guys. Since Rosa coming to work for us, we're getting the access in regards to early access to films. We're not getting paid. We're not getting any free swag or anything like that. But it is what it is. I think it's also good too is that we also get to, whenever she reviews independent films, those also go up on her Rotten Tomatoes page.
Yeah, it's one of those double-edged swords because you have really good reviewers, honest reviewers like Rosa.
Yeah.
And then you have people who are like, oh, Acolyte is, oh man, it's one that I saw that said basically like, it's, it's an interesting take and it's, it could have been better, and I'm like, how is that a 90 though? They're like, how does, they're not saying anything spectacular about it, but at the same time, they're giving it a 90 review. It's almost like, when you go to Yelp and then you go to one time I remember we went to this new taco place that opened up and they're like, oh my gosh, the nopales tacos are lit. And I'm like, that's cool. Not too many places have nopales tacos. And then I went and it's like, whoa, wait a minute. These are not even 2 stars. How'd you guys give it like 5 stars? And you're like, oh, you getting like free food or something, and that's where you're like, I don't know, man. You guys are just inflating it for, I don't know why. I guess for, like you said, Paul, like swagger or some kind of recognition.
Well, I mean, they did show us the little goodie bags that they got from the Acolyte with their little blankets and their little so they're getting stuff.
So they got little blankets. That's funny.
Yeah, they got like these little bags that they sent them with, I think, snacks and blankets and something, some other stuff. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, I saw them too. So I was like, oh, that's why you think it's the best show ever.
Best show ever. But speaking of the best show ever, vamos a ver el gran estreno de Agatha, que va a venir en agosto, me parece, Lilly. Y es el show nuevo de Marvel basado en el show de Wanda que mucha gente no vio, pero Disney, lo mismo, Disney Marvel, como le vamos a decir ahora, Disney Marvel va a ser, no va a ser Marvel, va a ser Disney Marvel, nos ha dado Agatha All Along, porque claro que sí, este tráiler es el nuevo que recién salió, estrenado por Marvel, y parece que nos va a dar la vida de Agatha y su manga de brujas, y también el hijo de Wanda, me parece, Lilly, ¿verdad?
Mm-hmm.
Sí,
Yes.
Entonces vamos a ver esto. Me parece que el sonido capaz que va a estar o no va a estar. Lilly, ¿lo escuchas?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay.
Another beautiful day.
Surprised to see you out here, detective. Jane Doe, found her down here by the water.
Cause?
Blunt force trauma.
And I remember you saying, Lilly, I think at this part you're saying it's kind of interesting because it does look like a detective drama, and you're like, okay, cool. It's a detective drama. Something that's, it looks kind of interesting. But I don't know. It's so crazy.
What happened to you?
Right? It's just
see, the thing is, this is another thing like Star Wars. Marvel is a guy thing because it started with comic books and all these things, right? So that's a male IP. They're trying to appeal to women now. Like with this show, this is for women. I don't see anyone being interested in this. And even my first time watching this, I was like, oh, cool. Because it's appealing to me as a woman.
Right.
I like supernatural stuff. I like witches. I like that kind of stuff. So I would be like, yeah, this is something I might be interested in. But to me now, it's like, what's the point? It's been how many years since WandaVision ended? And now we're barely coming out with the TV show for Agatha, and she's a character nobody really cares about. So I don't know. Like, it's not made for me anymore. It's gonna be for like the same audience that I guess watched She-Hulk. Because I don't see how this appeals to men. It's supposed to be appealing to me, which it does. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't care.
That's the thing. They're trying to appeal to you, and you're already saying, I'm kind of over it.
I am. They should have released this fairly quickly after WandaVision. And I mean, they messed up WandaVision. I actually really liked that TV show until the end where it started messing up. Because I was into the idea that, like, oh, wow, why are they, like, time traveling between all of these, like, different sitcoms? That was something I had never seen before, so that was fun. Until the end where they show you that Wanda's actually controlling this entire town. And then they let her go like a hero. And I was like, what? Like, that did not sit well with me. And I mean, yeah, Agatha was funny in the TV show. I liked her. She was kind of cool as a villain, I guess. But would I want to see an entire TV show about her? No, I don't.
Yeah, it's like you're trapped in the distorted spell, and it runs the whole. This is a reality. It's not a reality, you know, and we just see it so many times. I think
and then it sucks that we have Aubrey Plaza.
Right? I didn't even know that was Audrey Plaza, and I'm like, that looks like Audrey Plaza.
I freaking love her, and now she's in this TV show, and I'm like, no, Aubrey, what are you doing? So yeah, I don't know. I mean, no.
Yeah. Aren't you impressed? Look, they made her black and white.
It's just too many years too late.
Feel the terror. Feel the terror. So, yeah, I like how it's like, they like, oh, look, if they would put as much work as they do in the little logos than they do into the show, I think they would be a little bit better. But we have, what was that chick movie where they're all the witches and they live in a house or something like that?
The one with Sandra Bullock?
Was that one? Yeah. Was
Practical
that the one?
Magic?
Yeah.
I love that movie. You see, it's appealing to me.
Exactly. It's like you have Charmed, you have Practical Magic, and
oh yeah, Charm too. But see, that's the problem. It's appealing to me, and this isn't what the IP is supposed to be about. It's supposed to appeal to men.
right?
Like, I have my things, and men have their things, and it's okay if you like things back and forth, but like, keep it that way. That's why, like, people make a point when they say that, what if they turned Barbie into a, like, started to make it more like a male IP? Would people like that? Of course not. So then why is it okay to turn all of these male IPs into female IPs? It's really stupid.
Right.
Like, the people that are going to like it regardless of gender.
Right.
So I don't see the problem. Like, there was nothing wrong with Star Wars before. Now there is, because they tried to shift who the audience is for.
And it's sad because the visuals, you know, the actresses that they got, they obviously are talented. I mean, of course, they got Audrey Plaza, but you already got the poor little effeminate kid, you know, looking for right-minded witches.
Yeah, this is what I said. If you guys follow the comics and what's going on in the comics, Wiccan is actually canonically gay in the comics. So this is accurate. So I can't.
At first he was the Asgardian.
So I can't really, you know, say that, oh my God, like, progressiveness, they made him gay, because he actually is in the comics. So I'll give it that, I guess.
But, you know, like I said, the visuals look very well done. The set looks great. The actresses, it's just, it is very, very chicky, you know? And sometimes chicky's good. like I said, those. I mean, a lot of guys like practical magic, and they're just doing. It's just rehashing things. They're doing obviously The Exorcist in it, and all kinds of stuff. It's just gonna. It feels like it's gonna bite off a lot of different IPs, But welcome to the House of Agatha. Darkness.
Yeah. I guess we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, that's what we got going on, guys. I mean, what do you guys think? Are you guys gonna check it out? Is it gonna be Agatha's Fun in the Sun, Darkness for you, or is not? You guys, yeah, I think everybody's, yeah. I'm with Figo on this one. The setting in the background looks great. Yeah, that's messed up. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You have to talk about how good the set looks. Yeah, but that's an important thing on something that's that's different or something. So yeah, it's going to be one of those things where we're probably going to pass if we could, but unfortunately we do this kind of stuff, and that doesn't keep us from watching it. It just keeps us from watching good stuff sometimes that we kind of want to watch, just to watch this for you guys. And one thing that we were interested about that the trailer dropped was Gladiator 2. And I know you saw the trailer, right, Lily? You already saw the trailer?
Yeah, I've dissected this trailer like 20 million times, and I still hate it.
Really? But you like, El Pascal.
I do, and you know what? I think this is the trailer's fault. Maybe. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt that it's the trailer, because on YouTube, somebody actually made an edit of this trailer, changing the music, changing the scenes that were actually edited into it. And it actually made me want to go watch this movie. The way that they officially made this trailer, I don't want to watch this movie. I'll wait for it on streaming.
Right, and guys, check it out if you haven't. I'm gonna show parts of the trailer. I'm not gonna play the music because that will get us probably copyright struck, because it's hippity hop the rock and you don't stop the rock, which turned off a lot of fans, including Lily, who's a big fan of one of the main characters. Which I don't know, is he a good guy or a bad guy in the movie then?
I think he's supposed to be a bad guy.
Is he supposed to be a bad guy? See, now I like it even more. See,
he's supposed to be a bad guy, and I mean, they basically tell you the entire story in the trailer. So why even go watch it in the trailer? This is 3 minutes.
3
long.
minutes. 3 minutes. It's just so much. You don't need to. I mean.
Yeah, Terry, that was me. I was more interested in the movie before I saw the trailer. Now that I saw it, I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know.
And then you have flashbacks, of course.
See, and this is what I don't understand about the story either. I think they might have clipped it from different parts of the movie, but when they put it together, it sounds like Lucius is stupid, because he starts off this entire trailer saying, "Oh, I remember that day." And then 2 seconds later, he goes, "I don't remember my mother or father or where I came from.
But I do remember the day."
Like, what? Like, what do you mean? You just said that you remember that day, and that's your mom. So, what?
Yeah, it's not like he's super young.
No, he's not little enough for him to forget. He's old enough already. So I don't. First of all, I'm already confused.
I don't know.
With this story.
I never knew a mother nor father. Sucker,
Didn't he
just with
say
your mom?
He just said 2 seconds ago, "I remember that day."
Yeah.
Unless he means it like, oh, my mom wasn't there for me. Another sufrido. Like, oh, my mom wasn't there for me. I didn't have a dad. So now I'm a victim.
Pobrecito, no me querían, estuve en la calle, solo ¡Oh! Entonces lo que va a pasar, el pobre va a estar vendiendo chiclets afuera del coliseo.
But like, I don't understand. Like, I remember watching the original Gladiator, and if you kind of like, you know, it's a stretch, but you can kind of see that maybe Maximus was actually Lucius's dad, but it's a stretch because of some things that the characters say. I don't like this plot because the whole point of Gladiator was that Maximus is avenging what happened to his son and his wife. So if it turns out that he has another son that he was unfaithful to his wife,
now you're scarring the character.
Now you just destroyed the character who was this super loving husband and father. And now he cheated and had this other child.
It's the same thing with the Black Panther 2. You know, it's not bad. It's not, you know, good enough that you killed them, but that you now made him a deadbeat dad also. So.
Yeah, and this is like the whole trope that's going on in Hollywood now. Deadbeat dad. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And that sucks because the original movie was perfect. You didn't need a part 2. I don't see how this is. I don't see this character's motivation. I don't understand what the point is of him hating Pedro's character so much, because it doesn't even look like they're connected in any way besides the mom, because I guess supposedly Pedro's character is in a relationship with his mom, but he just said he didn't know a mom or a dad and doesn't know where he comes from. So how does he know that's his mom? Like, I don't understand. And why does he hate Pedro? Because he's now like his stepdad or something? Like, I don't understand this character's motivation. Like, it's very confusing, especially when Denzel asks him later, like, what can I give you to satisfy this, like, whatever? And he says, oh, the head of every Roman soldier or whatever. I don't understand. And Denzel's like, oh, too much. And you're like, why is he so angry? Like, I don't understand his motivation. Like, Maximus wasn't trying to fight the entire Roman army. He used his disadvantage that he had been captured as a slave to move up in the ranks after he found his motivation to kill the emperor. He wanted one guy, not everyone. He didn't care about everyone else. He wanted one guy.
Well, because you know that that one guy is responsible for everything that's going on.
And that's why I don't understand this character's motivation. That he says that he wants to kill everyone in the Roman army. Like, but why, though? Why? I don't understand. This whole story just already does not make sense to me.
As Lilly knows, you know, Paula knows, I'm not the biggest fan of Mr. Pascal, but I do love Denzel Washington, mi tío, and he looks amazing. I love this. The man, he just amps it up every time.
I hate to say this, but Denzel feels so out of place in this movie too.
What? He looks amazing. Look at that swagger. Look at the drip. The drip is dripping like drip.
If you go back and watch the original Gladiator, every single character makes you feel like you're in that world, despite the fact that everyone's speaking English in a British accent, because we all know that didn't happen at that time. Listen to the way that Denzel is speaking in this trailer, and it takes you out immediately. He sounds like this was so weird that so many people picked up on it, because I sent it to one of my friends. I said, why does he sound like he's in Training Day? He never left Training Day. This is Training Day 2 for him. He sounds the same. Like, I don't understand how you don't have your actors speaking in a way that fits with the movie that they're making. And it's not just Denzel. I'm hearing Pedro, and he goes in and out of this like cringy accent that he's trying to do too, and it's not working.
I'd have to listen to it more carefully then but
So
I guess when I saw it once before, and then I'm like, let me save it, because actually I didn't even finish seeing it. I was like, I'm just gonna check it out. But then I heard the music. I'm like, definitely can't react to it through the music, so I can't hear it. Or we'll check it out and see
that's
it.
that's like taking me and putting me in something like what can I kind of like putting me into Pride and Prejudice and having me speak the way that I'm speaking right now.
Right.
That would take you out immediately, because you're like, okay, people didn't speak like that back then, so why are you speaking like that? It makes no sense to me. Like, I love Denzel as an actor. He's amazing. He's made some of my favorite movies, but he sounds so out of place in this. And notice I'm not saying looks. I'm saying sounds very out of place in this, because I don't want people to be like, oh, well, you're saying that just because, he's a black man in this movie. No. He sounds like he doesn't belong in this movie. And to be honest, neither does Pedro. I keep catching him going in and out of an accent, and I'm like, so like, are you trying to copy an Italian accent, and then sometimes you sound more American? I don't understand what's happening. Just listen to them.
I'm gonna so let me see if maybe we can play some of the audio. So Kiko says the OG Gladiator was riches to rags, legendary status. Yeah, that we agree on that one. That was an epic. The original Gladiator is one of those things that you can see over and over. Mi abuela told me gladiators used to settle disputes with rap battle. This trailer proved that. Yes, if you can't settle with a hip hop battle, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everyone out there. If this happens in the show, I think it's going to be all-time greatest movie for me. Because if it happens, if you have a gladiator hip-hop battle at the end, I'm going to be sold. This is going to be my movie.
The music is important to catch your audience. A lot of people were making excuses, and they're like, well, whatever music is used in the trailer isn't necessarily going to be in the movie. No, but the moment that you catch your audience is with the trailer. So if you're already taking your audience out of it with the trailer, they're not going to go watch this movie. And this is like a big example, because one of my favorite directors is Baz Luhrmann. If you guys have watched any Baz Luhrmann movie, you know that he puts modern music into his movies, but that's his style. Right. That's Baz Luhrmann. You expect that. Every single movie, even in the Elvis movie that he did, he managed to put in modern music into it. He puts a little twist on it so that it sounds kind of appropriate to the period that they're in. I know a lot of people are bothered by that, and I understand it, but that's Baz's directing style. That's what he does. This is not Baz Luhrmann. This is Ridley Scott, and you have him with a Kanye and Jay-Z song? How do those two like go together? Because they don't. That is just it's an odd choice that they went with that, and I understand because those lyrics are good. It's a song called Church in the Wild, and those lyrics are really, really good. So I understand why they chose those lyrics, but it's not the vibe of this trailer. And the fan that remade this trailer, that edited, he took out a lot of the parts where you see what happens, like with the rhino. He cut it just before you get to see what actually happens with the rhino, so that the audience is like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Because we literally see it in the trailer. So it's not a surprise anymore.
Okay. But surprise to me, Lily, because like I said, I haven't watched the whole trailer. Spoiler alert.
He edited the entire trailer down to a minute, and he put the original Gladiator song over it, and it actually made me feel something that I actually wanted to watch it in theater. Wow.
So basically what you're saying, wait for the fan cut.
Yeah, wait for the fan cut. This is not making me want to watch it. I was immediately, as soon as I heard Jay-Z and Kanye, I was like, and I love Kanye. I love his music.
Lily's like, I love me some Kanye, but no.
But not in this. It took me out immediately. And then Denzel took me out. And then Pedro took me out. I was like, oh no.
Oh no. This is a wrong Inside Out, Disney.
Yes.
So
And then this is just a nitpick too, but like I don't think a lot of people know who Paul Mescal is.
Yeah, I don't even know who he is.
And I don't think like he's okay-ish, but I don't think he's like, oh my gosh, he's so handsome. I need to watch this movie. Like Russell Crowe was hot.
What do you really
Paul Mescal is like,
What has he even done?
So yeah, I don't know. That's a nitpick though. That's just me. That's just me personally. But the rest of it, yeah, this was a disaster. And I want to love this movie because it's got Pedro in it. I will try to support him whenever he has good projects. But if they're bad, I will let you guys know because I am not going to be a liar.
Yeah, I guess he's mostly like an indie actor. So that's interesting. So this must be his first major blockbuster. Gladiator 2 is mashup of Gladiator and 8 Mile. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Jaime, sí es mi tío. Bueno, se parece igualito a mi tío. Sí, vamos a decir. Actúa mejor que mi tío, porque cuando mi tío lo agarraron con otra señora que no era la esposa, no pudo actuar suficiente.
Oh my gosh.
Mi abuelito lo agarró y pobrecito. No quería ser él.
But yeah.
We got another gifted membership. Jesús Dávila, one gifted membership. Español. Woo-hoo. Muchas gracias, Jesús. That's
Should we get to see the Ewok again?
You want the Ewok? Okay.
He's so cute. I love him.
Muchas gracias, Jesús. Muchas gracias por siempre apoyar el show.
Yes, thank you so much. But
really
yeah,
appreciate it.
that was my rant on Gladiator 2.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Let's see if it comes in. When does the music kick in, Lily? Do you remember?
Maybe I think it kicks in like kind of fast immediately.
You have something in you. I knew it from the start.
Okay, so you're saying that makes it sound like he's in training there.
Yeah, he just didn't. He just didn't bother to do anything.
I guess a part of the rage, is because he's been in battle or something, and maybe they deserted him or something like that. Is that what they're trying to say?
I have no idea. I watched this trailer like 20 times because it just so happened that I had my two oldest nephews here yesterday. So one's 20, the other one's 17. So I made them watch this trailer. Both of them have seen the original Gladiator. Both of them are fans of the original Gladiator. Of course, it appeals to boys, men. They love the original. I had them watch this, and then the first time, both of them were like, "Yeah, it's kind of cool, like all the stuff that's happening, the battles and all of this." And then we kept watching it, and the more we watched it, the more my nephews were like, "Wait, this doesn't make sense. Like, what's happening though?" Like, I guess the first part is they were captivated by the spectacle of it because you do see that they're gonna have some pretty cool battles, especially in the Coliseum. So yeah, of course.
Yeah, and that's historical. They did have those battles.
Yeah, they did.
The sea battles inside the thing, and that looks amazing. I guess they're going from the real sea battle to the Coliseum one.
Yeah, so I won't take that away.
That looks awesome.
That part looks super cool. But the more that you watch it, like they did, the more they watched it, the more they were like, wait, this is kind of weird. They're like, why is this happening? Like they started picking up on stuff and they complained about the music too. They were like, okay, like this is weird that they would use this music in here. And then I think like all three of us were having a conversation, and then I was like, dang, like this sucks that like we had Hans Zimmer back when we watched this. And then one of my nephews looked over at the other one and he goes, yeah, damn, we got stuck with Kanye. And I'm like, yeah, sorry guys. We had Hans Zimmer, one of the most genius composers ever, and you guys got Jay-Z and Kanye.
Yeah, but that I don't think they're. You think that they would actually play the?
No, they're not gonna play it in the movie.
No, they're not gonna play it in.
They're not gonna play it in the movie. But the thing I'm saying is that the trailer sets the mood.
Right.
It's like watching a scary movie, like a horror movie trailer, and they're playing freaking music from Trolls or something.
Yeah.
It takes you out of it. So.
And that's the thing you were talking about, the rhino. That's cool.
Yeah, rhino.
Yeah, but man, these long trailers do show so much.
It showed the whole movie. Why even go watch the movie anymore?
Yeah, because you almost see like how he defeats it, I guess. So.
No, and it literally shows you everything. So it shows you the beginning, how he meets Denzel. They come up with this plan. They tell you that he hates Pedro. You see a little bit of Pedro's character. You see how he's battling in the arena. And then you get all the way to the end where he's actually battling Pedro. So you know that's going to happen. Pedro's a bad guy. I'm guessing he's going to die. So you already saw the whole movie.
Wow. Oh. And you obviously you're going to see that, hey, Pedro's going to fight. And do you think it's like a bit of a bait and switch? He's going to pretend to be the villain, but then not be the villain, or?
No, I think they're going to make him the villain.
Oh.
For some reason, Pedro likes playing villains. So.
I mean, certain scenes are beautiful and some look a little bit out of place. I think you're right.
Yeah. And there's Pedro.
And that's the famous scene that they showed in the stills.
And see, you already know they're going to fight. So you already know that the motivation was to get to the general.
Mm-hmm.
And he got to the general. So it doesn't even really matter how. All you know is that he accomplished his goal. So why watch the movie? You know that Paul Mescal's character is the good guy. So they took, like, they gave you the whole movie. Why watch the movie?
Yeah.
And this cost, who was saying that it cost like $310 million to make
$310 million.
$310 million to make this.
That's insane.
And there's already a lot of comments from people saying that they're going to wait to watch this on streaming.
Ooh.
Can you imagine? $310 million. And people want to watch this on streaming.
Huh.
Like I don't know. They better go re-edit the trailer quick and motivate people to go watch it, because it's going to bomb and they're going to lose out on a whole bunch of money.
Wow.
I don't think tying it to the original Gladiator is going to make people even want to really watch this.
Yeah, like, so basically, like, if they were to say, hey, this is just a how do we put it, a one-off, would had made it a little bit better, like Gladiator style, but not say it's Gladiator 2. Like Colosseum Rises or something.
I think so, because like I said, you're tying it to a legendary character. You're kind of messing up his story. And I don't think a lot of people are going to like that.
Mm.
So I think if they had made Paul Mescal's character not related to anyone, and he was kind of having like a story similar to Maximus in this new empire, I think people would have been a little bit more excited. They would have been like, oh, cool, like another Gladiator story that we're gonna get. But since they tied the other one, it's kind of like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you think it would probably be better if it was basically like a different Gladiator story. It wouldn't be Gladiator 2. It would be, songs of the Gladiator, Gladiator extreme background. But all right. So yeah, that's Gladiator 2, guys. So what do you guys think? Let us know. And Lily, you gotta go pretty soon right now. So can you tell everybody where they can find you?
Well, of course, you guys can find me here every Wednesday, and then look out for different shorts that we're putting up on the channel too. And then Dames and Dorks is back tomorrow at our regular schedule. So we took a little break for 4th of July last week, but we're back tomorrow. We have a really cool guest, so definitely don't miss it. And I think that's it. Just you can find me on Twitter at 300 Mirrors, dropping all kinds of things over there, starting fights with everyone. So making fun of Disney and the Acolyte. So yeah.
Taking names. What is it? Kicking names and taking.
Yes.
Yeah, the links are in the description, guys, in the chat. Thank you so much, guys. If you could please share the stream with your friends, family, tios y tias. We'll be back here next week where we have basically the middle ground of House of the Dragon, because it's the middle of the season, right? And then we have the last, finally, dun, dun, dun. We can finally put that one to bed. The bed, not the couch, of great Acolyte that's coming. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias. Todo el mundo por ver. Por favor, déjenos un comentario si están viendo en el replay. All right. Muchas gracias, todo el mundo. And we'll get you guys next week. Yeah. Right. Bye.